Hello, you wonderful people. Obviously, as you can tell by the title of this video, I just wanted to kind of make this little video to, kind of say my farewell to Once Upon a Time. Because obviously, as you know, the series is coming to an end this week, actually. This Friday, the final episode airs. So obviously, I'm a little mixed because I'm both, excited and sad, then excited, then sad. I was looking into it because obviously I didn't, I don't think even the creators 100% went into this knowing it was going to be the final season. It's actually kind of interesting because especially the way season 6 was playing out, because I remember when I was watching season 6 being like, wait, is this a series finale? But they're just saying season finale. I'm like, okay. And then they set up the whole time skip situation and an older Henry and obviously everything that, season 7 is built off of, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. So obviously when you look at the season as a whole, you can be like, okay, you can tell they definitely had plans for more, but definitely around the second half of the season it was like, yeah, we're not coming back for an 8th season, because I was looking up online and it seems like the word that was used a lot by the creators was like cautiously optimistic for an 8th season, but sadly they didn't get it. So it's probably a situation of like, yeah, you're coming back for the second half of the season, make sure you wrap everything up. Because when you look at the storyline, it's like, yeah, you could definitely tell like a lot of stuff, like stories were kind of closing up pretty quickly. I would have loved to see how they built this out more, because obviously they were probably going to introduce us to a lot of characters that we thought we know, but also introducing new characters. Like at the same time, it's like I said, I don't know how much they already had planned out. But I would have loved to see this kind of storyline continue, but at the same time, it's such, I love what they did with this season, and also like the whole curse situation. Obviously, if you're not caught up, because you might be one of those people who's like, no, I'm wait till the whole thing's done and then binge the whole season, which is fine. Everyone's got a particular way of handling things, but I highly recommend, if you have not checked out any of this season 7, the final season, I highly recommend you watch it. It's very good. It does a lot of interesting things. Obviously, if you watch season 6 finale, you kind of understand what those things are, but it's like, oh, you think it's just kind of like, oh, it's season 1 over again, which to a certain degree, in certain elements, they play with that, and I like what the whole curse situation ends up being. I think is very nice twist on things, so that really caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, so that's it. I was like, that's pretty neat. So like I said, I would have loved to know what else they potentially had planned for the future, but at the very least, you can tell with the direction that they are going, the storylines that they are closing, they do have a proper ending prepared. So I'm very excited. Obviously, you can't help but kind of see clips here and there and stuff, and it's like, yep, some very interesting things are going to go down in this series finale. So if you are curious, if you're coming across this video, I've never seen Once Upon a Time, you should change that immediately. It's a very fantastic show. I've never seen a show do what it's done, kind of taking these Disney and fairy tale characters and doing these interesting stories with them, and it can, to me, the connections between the characters is like, oh, this and that. It's like, oh, this character's related to this character because of this. It's like this character's story is tied to this character because of this. All these different connections that bind, all these stories that are so intertwined. I think that's one of the most fantastic things, because it's like it plays into the story, it plays into the twists and turns. It's like, oh my god, this character because of this and that, and it's like, oh, you had this happen to the past. This is why your relationship currently with this character is like this. It's such a fantastic show. So many great adventures, so many things have happened. I kind of want to go back and because I'm terrible at planning, didn't prepare anything ahead of time, but I do want to take time at some point in the future to kind of do like I have been doing lately, with picking some of my favorite moments from a series and just making a video out of it or something. I'll probably rewatch the entire series because I've only ever seen every season one time. So I do, to my knowledge, not unless they've changed it, but to my knowledge, seasons 1 through 6 might be on Netflix. I probably run through the series again, and as I'm watching, probably pick some of my favorite moments like that, then potentially do something in the future. I don't know. This is honestly kind of a great time to watch Once Upon a Time. Because the series is ending, you can kind of binge in the entire series, and by the time you catch up, finish 1 through 6, potentially season 7 will be available on whatever platform, whether it be DVD, home entertainment stuff, or a streaming service or something by then, most likely. So it is always my regret with stuff like this that I always wish I got to the show sooner than I did, because I didn't start watching the show until around the first half of season 3. That's when I got caught up with the series, and then watched week to week for the second half of this season. But then by the time season 4 and 5 came around, I caught further and further behind. It wasn't until before season 6 premiered that I got completely caught up again. It's just one of those things where it's like, I wish I'd been watching the show from the beginning. It was actually my cousin who actually recommended the show to me, because I've talked about her in the past. She's kind of a very well, she's very nerdy like me. She's kind of the reason why I'm kind of as nerdy as I am. Anyway, I know I'm talking too much, but I don't know, just wanted to say my goodbyes to the show. A fantastic show. quite a ride, essentially, you know. So like I said, I am sad, but at the same time, I am so excited to see how this story closes. Anyway, like always, to the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good